Well, good afternoon, everyone. It's a delight to be here at one of the nicest of 11 pools in the run by the City of London, and it's great that we're here because, particularly with the announcement we're just about to make, it's appropriate that we're here at Thames. It's an area that I know well and I'm familiar with, and so it's fun to come back. Although for those who just witnessed that little spectacle a few moments ago with the Busters and from Western, the very athletic swimmers, and me, I did not count as one of the athletic ones, just for the record. But let me just say this on behalf of our city. I'm so pleased to be here with my friend Monty McNaughton, the Minister of Labour, as part of the government's Ontario Young Workers Safety Blitz. A little bit about Monty, if I can share this with you. I've known Minister McNaughton for some 20 years, and he wasn't always in provincial politics. In fact, he was elected in 1997 to municipal politics, and he liked it so much he decided that he would then move into provincial politics and was elected in 2011 as an MPP and for the riding of Lambton Kent Middlesex. Then he went on from there to become Minister of Infrastructure. And do you know that Monty was the first minister that I met, was gracious enough to see me when I was first elected Member of Parliament, and I recall how gracious he was, and I thought that's indicative of the kind of gentleman that he is. Now he's since and more recently become Minister of Labour, and it speaks to the confidence that the government has in Monty, that they keep giving him increasing responsibilities. And so today's announcement is so important. And why is that? Because we have so many young workers in the City of London who do a great job, I think, of keeping themselves and others safe in our various facilities. We have lifeguards, day camp counselors, staff who trim our parks and support our park system, staff at Storybook Gardens, staff here at Thames Park, all with the notion of trying to keep children and families safe while they're still entertained. The City of London has a very strong commitment to health and safety through regular facility inspections, through identifying risk, and having policies and training in place to ensure our staff are as informed as possible about various issues. And that's why I'm particularly pleased to host Minister McNaughton today. While he comes here as Minister of Labour, he's also our friend around the corner, and literally next door in the next riding over. London is going to continue to support the ongoing joint efforts with the province to keep our workers safe in lockstep with our regional inspector partners. It's so important because for those who have ever suffered a tragedy, a needless tragedy, one that can be prevented, it's important with the kind of message that Minister McNaughton is delivering today. So, ladies and gentlemen, I ask you to welcome to the podium now Minister Monty McNaughton.
Thank you, Ed. Thank you very much. Well, thank you, Ed, very much for that very kind introduction. And I do want to begin by thanking my good friend, Mayor Holder, Council, and all the staff at London for the excellent work that everyone does here in providing opportunities, whether it's camps or aquatic opportunities for our kids. In fact, it's great to be here today to make this announcement because just about 3 hours ago, I dropped my 5-year-old daughter off for her first week of aquatic camp in Strathroy Caradoc. So this announcement that we're making today is very near and dear to my heart as a father, but also to the many moms and dads out there. It's always great to be home in southwestern Ontario. Today I'm here for the first time as Minister of Labour, which is particularly exciting for me as I take on this new role for the Ontario government. I know that our government wants to work with our private and public sector partners to create a positive, productive environment. I just visited a local union training centre in London, and I can't tell you what a great experience that was. Tomorrow, I'll be visiting more training facilities in Sarnia. I want to hear from workers across the province. How are things working? How can we make them better? A big part of that is worker safety. We want to make Ontario workplaces safe. That's important to everyone in Ontario. Young and new workers are 3 times more likely to get injured their first month on the job than any other time. That makes them vulnerable. So, over the past number of months, the Ministry of Labour has worked with businesses to educate and help them in creating safe workplaces that comply with regulations. And today, I am announcing the beginning of a workplace safety blitz to ensure businesses in specific sectors that employ summer students are compliant. The inspections begin today, and they end on August the 30th. They will focus on retail, restaurant, hospitality, and recreation sectors, the places where young people tend to get their first jobs. And this is meant to be a heads up to businesses, because every parent in Ontario deserves to expect their son or daughter will come home from their day at work. I grew up in a small town not too far from here in Newbury. My summers were all spent working at our family's home hardware store. Safety was a big deal. We knew workplace accidents, even when they're not fatal, can have a heavy impact. That's why this is particularly important. A regular part of our inspectors' duties is to ensure that all workers are properly trained and supervised. Under the Occupational Health and Safety Act, employers have the responsibility of taking every reasonable precaution to protect their workers. So, our inspectors will check that new and young workers are properly trained and supervised on the job, are protected against heat stress, are protected against workplace violence or workplace harassment, meet minimum age requirements, and that there's an internal responsibility system in the workplace. As I mentioned earlier, ministry officials have already engaged in months of outreach to businesses in an effort to educate and assist them in creating safe workplaces. I believe education and training on health and safety are key to preventing work-related injuries. And I believe that all of us working together, government, employers, and workers, we can prevent workplace injuries and death. I look forward to working together with all of you to ensure that that happens in our province in Ontario. Thank you very much, and we'll join the mayor and some of the city workers for a photo, and then I'll be happy to take questions to the side after. Thank you everyone for being here.